familiarity.
Featuring Wizkid.
Familiarity.
Oh no.
Yeah, my phone familiarity.
Yeah.
My phone familiarity.
Get out.
Okay.
I like how that slang has stuck. All right, guys. First things first. Yes, millennial music is popping, and we love our faves from Davido's Blow My Mind to Burna Boy's Anybody. I mean, we've heard a lot of bangers and fallen in love with some great new tunes.
Very true. Very, very true. But today we're about the music before this time. You know, the kind our parents listen to or those we love from way back. Yes, so music is just generational. But the stuff of the 80s, 90s, early 2000s are timeless, and we know it.
Yes, we do. On the pots, we get pretty nostalgic on Thursdays, and our lineup gets everyone in the mood. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a throwback edition of the show. Come on board this afternoon by tweeting to us at TVC Connect with the hashtag #eSplash on TVC, and also by calling us on the numbers on your screen. Yes, you can catch in on all the thrills on your internet-enabled devices. Just go to our website. It's www.tvcentertainment.tv. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Royal Highness and His Flyness. I go by the name King OJ, but you can call me OJ.
All right,
it is
guys.
what it is.
Oh, it's not done.
That's what it is.
I'm sorry, I thought it was over.
I woke up like this.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it's
because-
throwback, it works now.
Yeah, because we were talking about Durag one time, and it was like you
said
said
that,
you,
yeah.
you would never, ever.
So I woke up like this.
Oh,
Never
now,
say
wow.
never.
Never say never.
Yeah, the turn-up was so much yesterday. Guys, my name is Paula Delay. Welcome aboard.
All right, it's your girlfriend next door. It's the jewel in the crown. It's the host to the most. My name is Honeypot.
Alrighty, so what do we have for you on today's show? Well, quite a lot. There's entertainment news coming up very soon. Then we have celebrity birthday shout-outs as well. Then Rewind, where we'll take you through a quick history lesson of today in entertainment history.
Right after Faladele will take us over to the Tweetville corner for some humor and savagery from social media.
Where Are They Now comes up after, where you'll find out what your favorite Nigerian artists from back then are up to these days.
Later on, we'll do some ranting on the Chew It Off segment, then bring you a recap of all that you might have missed in the news. Then on Daily Top 5, we'll be talking about Top 5 throwback Nigerian childhood experiences. I'm so looking forward to that one. And right after that, we have a couple of guests who will be joining us right here on the show. So let's just get started already, shall we?
Let's start twerking on
Wow!
the roof.
Yeah, okay, so we'll be back after this break. Honeypot will twerk during the break. Not after. 9 years later, and we're still talking about light.
Where?
No, leave me.
My area is different.
And your area is different, yes.
Really, like you have
9
24
years
hours.
later,
I have 20
Sound Sultan
hours.
and E.M.E are still relevant. in
20
this night.
hours,
Yes.
not 24.
Eh?
But we're getting there.
Yeah, we're
20
getting
hours
there.
of
Well,
study life.
It's true. It's just like seeing on Omobaba's wall today, or was it yesterday? He puts Idris Abdulkarim's lecturer, Mr. Lecturer, and you know it is what is happening right now. And
Yes.
says, shout out to the people who have done music,
Yes.
and the music is still making
Relevant,
sense till
yeah.
today.
All right, guys, moving swiftly along on Entertainment Splash, it's time for our entertainment news.
Yeah.
Davido's unborn son bags endorsement deal. Now, wow, God win. Nigerian singer Davido's unborn son is apparently already making major bucks as he has bagged a major endorsement deal. Davido announced the good news via his Instagram page this week. In a post, he revealed, and I quote, "I'm super excited. My unborn son, Obio Jr., already getting big bags. Dude coming into the world super rich. Mario and Gillette baby diapers and wipes." All right, Davido has already has 2 daughters, Imade and Hailey, from 2 baby mamas, and is expecting his 3rd child with Chioma, who, from the look of things, would be a boy. For now, we know Davido and Chioma are getting married in 2020. No official date announcement yet, though. What do you guys think about this one? God, when? Hashtag.
So you see how people just give us information.
Yeah.
So he's very excited about this. Yeah, we're excited. But the thing is, yeah, and you don't want other baby mamas to be jealous. Why wouldn't they be jealous?
Yeah.
Can you see this? I mean, that was the first thing that came to mind. But then, yeah, kudos. Like, really? You should really have mouth, in this world. I mean, when your unborn children already have endorsements, they're cashing out inside belly.
As in, outside belly, how many decades since you were outside the belly and you're still here? But I like what you said, and it is something to think about, because we were talking about this the other day with Femi Adebayo's post, the actor, the Yoruba, well, the Nollywood actor, really. And we're saying how do you want the other children to feel? He put out a post like that.
Yeah.
And this kind of did get me thinking.
E.M.E has a particular endorsement. I think his first child with Sophia Momodu. I think she had an endorsement, or she still has an endorsement. So I think it's like it's not like a new thing for the OBO family, which is getting bigger.
Juniors.
Yeah, getting bigger.
All I have to say is that hustle, oh, hustle.
Keyword. Hashtag what?
Hustle. And the thing is that we are cocoa hustling.
Hashtag God when. Hashtag your own turn will come.
There's hustle and there's hustle.
And now
We're hustling.
hustle, oh.
OBO Junior is hustling.
Hustle, oh.
Let's just move on to our next story. Sky B speaks out on death rumors. Yes, veteran Nigerian rapper Sky B has finally spoken up about rumors of his passing. In a long post he shared on Instagram, he explained that he's very much alive and only died in a film he recently starred in. He did add, however, that he was rushed to a hospital very recently because of a health emergency and apologized to everyone who felt hurt by the news of his passing. He wrote, and I quote, "The rumor about my death started after acting a movie last week in Owerri. I died in the movie, not in real life. The main one that hit the net was the one that happened yesterday around 2:30 a.m. I had an emergency which I was taken to the hospital, and I called a few friends to pray for me, and I updated on my status that I was critically ill and needed prayers, only for me to come out after hours after of taking drip to hear about my death rumors everywhere. I was shocked at first, but now I thank God today that I didn't die and I can't die, and please let no one post anything about my death." In closing, he added, "Please, I beg you to post about my music, not about my death. I apologize to everyone who was hurt and people who cared about me, and I also apologize to my greatest fans home and abroad who called tirelessly and messaged to get facts. Please, Sky B is strong now and ready to perform anywhere on any stage and dropping new songs too. I'm fully back with Earth and Water." You might recall that the news of Sky B's death made headlines a few days ago before it was later rumored to have been a stunt. So Sky B is back, and he said it's you people that took the news overboard, and that's not what he put out.
How did they get the news? Where did they get the news from?
So I think when you connect, so he's updated his status saying he needs help, he's critically ill. And the next thing you see
on the
pictures,
bed.
and then you see pictures of him on set looking dead. And so people just connected it to, of course, not to justify that, because I don't think that's great. Because death is such a big deal and a sensitive thing, and you need to be
So how do you just, they have not called you to tell you that somebody is dead, and then you just put together and say the person is dead. So if it was a stunt, I don't think anybody should try this again, because if people are looking for a way to be popular and they are now using death, they should just stop it already. It is not even good at all, because now he's talking about his music, or he should be, and he's ready
he's back on stage, he's ready to drop new music.
And I heard that he had an accident one time, last year, and he never really recovered from it or something of that sort. That was what I saw in the news. But then,
at least people listen to the music. People that were curious about who Sky B was, people listened to his music, downloaded the song, and
so he's not popular.
Downloaded. I mean, I don't know.
People streamed, which is still money for him. And now you people want to see Sky B actually perform on stage.
Do you want to see?
No, Sky B was big that year, though.
Yeah, so for like 1 or 2 songs. So we have to be careful not to. We have to be careful with these stunts. I mean, I remember I think it was 2015 when Skibby was rumored to have died, and then they came back and he said, "Oh no, he's alive." And people, because he never did come out to say it was a stunt. I mean, no one would ever do that. But people now said it was just a stunt and all that. He was trying to blow. And let's even assume that it was a stunt. Nothing happened really until 2018 into 19. So you have to be careful with stunts. If truly the people who are still saying this was a stunt, because in his post he now puts in, I'm still performing, promoted his music briefly. You get, so it's almost like...
So let's give Sky B 2022, 23.
People's journeys are different, right? So if you're trying to... God's time is the best. Yeah. So
please, death is too much. It's just too much. If you think someone has passed on, please be sure. Try to reach out to someone who knows the person before you put out anything. Please, I beg you. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on. All right, this one, I left E.M.E with 0 naira. Wizkid, Nigerian artist Wizkid, has come out to state that he left Banky W's record label Empire Mates Entertainment E.M.E in 2014 without a penny. He made this known during a recent interview in the UK where he explained that he left the label because he had gotten to the stage where he had to move forward. Let's check out what he had to say.
You get me?
Wizkid got signed to E.M.E in 2009, and while on the label, he released a superstar album 2 years after getting signed, followed by a self-titled album, Ayo, in September 2014, which was his second and last studio album for the record label. So now, Wizkid's accent.
Eh? I like how that's where you want to start.
Yeah, so I think it depends on the time zone. So if he's in the UK, he has UK accent.
When he in the UK that's interviewing him. Yeah.
Yankee has Yankee accent. When it comes to Nigeria, he has Nigerian accent. He goes to France. Probably you'll speak French.
As I left E.M.E in 2014. Okay, anyway, for real though.
Okay.
So let's discuss this particular matter. I mean, you guys already know how I feel about Wizkid's changing accents. So, journalists, or should I say bloggers, or should I say, I don't know how, but when people put out news, it's so interesting. And this is how sometimes beef starts.
Yeah.
Because it was a very, when the guy, or when Capital Extra put out the interview, it was a very sensationalist vibe I got from it, because it was like, why I left E.M.E, Wizkid left E.M.E without a penny. And it was in quotes, and then you see the video under, and then until you watch it, you won't understand or know that he said more than that, and you won't even know that he shouted out Banky W and God. And so you just feel like, man, Wizkid left. And some people who
that's what they've taken.
what do you call Twitter fingers? What do you call them? That's all you see, and you just go. So we have to be very careful. You have to actually listen. You have to pay attention.
Sensationalism.
I mean, I know people do it for clicks. Like, that's the most attention-grabbing part of the thing. So it makes you want to click. So I don't know. It's tough because this is our job as journalists and as people who put out news. It's tough not to say, you know, put out the most interesting thing, but just also be careful putting out stuff and also receiving stuff, because you need to watch the whole thing and get the whole story. That's all I'm saying about that.
And as usual, I was passing a message and giving shout out to Banky that yes, he had to start from the scratch, yes, and he was Wizkid already, and he was starting his own label. So you know how the story always goes. It's not that he didn't have anything at all. Like, he's just starting afresh, so it's not that a big deal. And of course, give Banky W a shout out, and
All right, shout out to Wizkid.
And I mean, this always brings us back to the conversation about labels, though, about how, like,
and it's still catching up from the label, because there's still Jolegba, the streams, there's still songs under the label. So there's still money entering his account, but maybe he was saying in his pockets, he left the house. And you know the conversation we're having the other day about how the YouTube page for some labels, the way it is not for the artists themselves.
Exactly, it's not Wizkid. So all those songs on Empire, on E.M.E, it's on E.M.E's page on YouTube. So who is the coin really going to?
But I think when things are structured, as we have always said, people would always get royalties. So you know the percentage that enters your own account.
And I mean, no one knows everything. Like, I think we've gotten better. Even label owners, it's gotten better and more structured over time. And we're grateful for that.
All right, and that is the end of entertainment news today. And we are moving on to celebrity birthday shout-outs. It's time for celebrity birthday shout-outs. Happy birthday to Nigerian actress Regina Daniels. Yes.
What is her?
But today is her birthday.
Oh, the one that married the senator?
Or the one who is a Nigerian actress and has quite a huge following on social media.
Movie that is shot?
So I've been seeing, you know, clips of that. Take several seats.
Happy birthday, Regina Daniels.
I'm sitting.
I think on people's birthdays, OJ, let's just be nice.
Yes, be nice.
And focus on their achievements and not who they've married or who.
Yes,
I just wanted to.
Because yesterday, your birthday, we did not focus on the so many girlfriends that you have in those.
And today, we made sure we didn't talk about you crying.
Can we just move on? That
hysterically
was a show. That was a show.
On national TV.
That was a show.
Also celebrating today is veteran Yoruba actor Sunday Omobolanle, a.k.a. Papi Luwe. He turned 65 today. Happy birthday to everyone else celebrating today. Yes, I said when I heard
65. So here's the thing. You know that online sometimes we don't have as good a record of keeping ages and things like that like they do over there. So online it says he's 65 today.
There.
But it's also possible that he's 65 today. Is he your 65?
What if he's 65?
What
really?
if?
What if? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on celebrity birthday shout-outs. Up next is Rewind. Take a look to find out some major events that happened in the world of entertainment on this very day.
Let's rewind.
Two-Face. Baba when he was still Two-Face on that one.
When they
If
said
love
keep
is
the
a
fire
crime.
burning. they
And
actually
wait,
put
so I
fire
think-
in.
Yes, in his eyes.
Yeah, I think there is a type of telepathy happening between OJ and I. Why are we wearing white and black?
Black and white. And it's
Black
not just
and white,
like
monochrome.
Like the designs are actually quite, they're both, you know.
Yeah, they won't copy me.
Yeah, she's copying the birthday boy, Abby.
You're copying my style. You're jacking my style.
I brought out my clothes since God knows when.
You're jacking my style.
Guys, look, welcome back.
You've
okay?
been jacking my style.
This is Tweetville, where we bring you all the savagery, humor, and craziness on social media. Not there, here, okay? Are you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so this bomber clots thing has been trending. So
Yeah.
in the disco patumana now it's bomber clot. Like
Wow.
any crazy experience, anything, just do it. Mad, you are all mad, anything. So this is a picture of Osita E.M.E. That's Popo and Aki and Popo, and he's looking at you 1 minute. Next minute he takes his face away. And someone captioned it: "Good day, bros. I came to Lagos from Ekiti to see my brother, and
I beg, leave me.
I've looked away." So you know those people you meet at the mall with a file in hand. I just came back from dropping off my CV.
Leave me.
My transport money finished.
I was even talking to somebody yesterday. And the person just picked his phone to answer a call and just.
I'll call you back. As I said, me too, I'm looking for money. So there was this guy I would always see at the mall, and I always see him still, even, he had a really bad leg, and so, yes, believe me. And he has a really bad leg, and now I feel like I see that it has transferred to the other leg. And when it was still one leg, so I started to feel like he just wanted to enjoy, like he just enjoyed begging, because I actually told him, look, let's meet at the hospital, take this number, call, and he didn't call. Yes. Yeah, myself and my boo. Doing good things in the world, but so I just realized that look, it's like he's not serious about it, so it's gone to the other leg, and I feel really bad
These
about
days,
it.
I don't even ask how are you. So I don't know. Maybe it's not, but there are questions I don't ask. Because you cannot come and suck me.
How are you? I'm broke. Thank you. Have a good day.
I need help. Me too. I need help in this life.
I need. Oh
Me too.
God. I'm sorry for asking.
All right, so this is a picture of Kim, and she looks, and the caption is, so BFF be like, oh, this is me. BFF is like, I can't find him on social media. I only know his first name. So maybe we're talking about a guy, right? I was like, let me see his page. I was like, I can't find him on social media, but I only know his first name. And me, I'm like, aggressively types for 1 minute. Oh, found him. This is me. You guys. This is me.
Stalker.
Yes, it is. Honeypot just needs to tell me the first name.
Stalker.
And I will find that guy she's telling me about.
Stalker.
You will see me on Jonas Brothers' page, their cousins' page, their neighbor's page. Like, that's how
That's my sister too. FBI. So, this person knows this person. I'm saying, what's your business?
Why is this person on this person's page? Oh, are they related? Let me go to this person's page.
Let me
go to this person's page.
That's my life.
Then from the page, you now say, oh, he has a daughter. What's his daughter up to?
That is me.
That's why she has like over 50 tabs open on her
But guess
phone.
what? There is still heartbreak in this world. Whether you like the FBI from now till eternity.
If you're gonna angle. If it's gonna
telling
break
you.
your heart, it's gonna break it. I
From
think it happens
experience?
to Honeypot because
From experience?
Right. So this one is, so it said, someone asked, what's the craziest thing you've ever done, right?
Oh, God.
And then Fumi replied, my boyfriend told me he was in love with my best friend. Apparently, it was mutual. I had to remove myself from the situation, from the equation, and I just had to watch them build a happy, strong relationship right under my nose. They would even ask me to give them advice, hints, and take pictures while they kissed.
Eh?
I don't know if this counts
Is
as
this
crazy.
Nigeria?
Yes, Fumi is her name. She did go on to say this was 6 years ago, though, so don't judge me. I don't know if this is crazy as much as
Nigerian girl.
Yes, OJ. Is this your prayer? Do you wish this would happen?
We're getting better.
This is 6 years ago. I don't know that she would do it today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if we're still doing this now, we'll really
But
like this kind of
what if
thing.
you discover that, look, he's not giving me as much attention. She really likes him. He looks like he
And
has
then
one
you-
eye there. Just take
Or we can
We can
just
have
be in this together.
like a three-way
But
relationship.
How can people not know what they want? How can you be greedy? And then you are dating one person
It's
and
bestie,
go away from go away from that
bestie.
place. No, don't like
If can handle it. Enjoy your life.
Oh
Me, I
my
can't handle it. I don't know
God.
how I'll still be snapping for people. And my dedication to pictures. And I'd be like, still like, doesn't want to kiss her.
Bestie.
They will just poison you.
Exactly.
They will just poison you. You better stop that nonsense.
Don't do like that. It's 2019. We can make this work.
So this is a picture of a Nipsey Hussle looking boy. He was dressed up to look like Nipsey Hussle. And someone said, I asked my son what he wanted to be for Halloween. And he said, Dad, I don't want to be Spider-Man. I want to be Nipsey Hussle and celebrate his life instead of mine. Couldn't believe that came out of his mouth. Someone now replied
Are you serious?
in the next tweet. Someone was so excited about the story, and the story really grabbed their attention. So if we go to the next one.
I even like the way the beards, everything is really looking like Nipsey also.
All right, so someone replied, oh, super cool tweet. I'm a writer for BuzzFeed, and I was wondering if it would be okay to feature this tweet in an article I'm doing about fictional events that people made up in order to get internet clout.
Oh, wow. Oh, I'm tired of people on social media. What if the person was actually saying the truth? What is this now?
I'd never have thought.
Yeah.
But now this person is giving me different ideas and,
But
you know.
But like that small boy is not supposed to know who Nipsey Hussle is. So
He could.
There you go.
No.
Cold.
He looks 5
Too small.
or maybe
to
7,
know.
I don't know.
Cold.
Maybe could.
Because these days, I mean, what they do on the internet.
Could.
Like he wants to dress like I don't know.
Next.
But then it's now looking like this is the truth.
It shall finish me because
clout.
three lines in, you're like, oh my gosh, you want to feature their story.
But you see how some people can just get away with some stuff and then another person comes and sees
spoil
the
it.
loophole.
And spoil it.
All right, so I'm gonna. Oh no, this one. Let's do the next one. If we have one more.
One more. Oh, we're
One
done.
more. One more. Oh,
We're
we're
done.
done. We're done. It's all over. That's all we have for you today. And sweet beer.
Yes, thank you very much for Ladele. Ladies and gentlemen, stick around. Splash will continue after this break.
Gonna talk about something serious.
Hey.
We told you that we've got you covered when it comes to throwback. You can just bank on us, and that is what we are about today. I leave for Thursdays. Oh my gosh. All right, up next is Where Are They Now? Take a look to find out which popular Nigerian artist we are talking about today.
It's Where Are They Now? K-Switch. K-Switch joined his brother, D'banj, in the once formidable but now defunct Mo Hits crew. The prospects of his music career looked to be shining brighter than the stars, but then he had again joined D'banj in the walkout of Mo Hits, which could have been the unveiling for his career. Now everything has spiraled and his future went from clear to somewhat uncertain.
Super talented K-Switch with the band Obimo.
I remember this song that I always loved to play it on radio.
Yeah.
And it was such a hit. It was such a jam. I liked the fact that they spoke Igbo.
Yeah.
And it was so
You remember it.
interesting. Especially like, what? I love,
So
love,
nice.
love,
What
love.
did- What those guys did on Mo Hits. I mean, when it was Yoruba, Don Jazzy,
Yeah.
when it was Igbo, the band would be all out for it. It
And
was
I
nice.
wonder where K-Switch is.
Like
where are they now? The band's brother.
I was once in the studio with K-Switch, and this guy is talented. That day I was shocked. Like just there, just give me the beats, and it's going. Anyways.
He had a good run, very short-lived though.
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
had a good run.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on the first half of the show. Still to come, we have entertainment news recap, chew it off, daily top 5, and of course, our celebrity guest. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
T-Jazz, Joey. Okay. Guys, we're back for the second half of Entertainment Splash. So far, we've brought you the news, celebrity birthday shoutouts, rewind, Tweetville, and Where Are They Now? And some good songs. Now it's time to chew it off, where in a minute or less, one of us will vent about what is currently bothering her over there.
You know, to come bother me this week. Oh.
There you go, boy.
boy.
Not even the tears. Yeah. Honeypot, rant away.
All right, let's talk about phone etiquette.
Okay, let's do it.
So you've not taken permission from me, and then you make a video call to me on WhatsApp or anywhere. Who does that? Do you know if I have my wig on?
Well, that's the
Another
one
angle.
about it.
Do you know whether I have, I mean, do you know if I'm
Yeah.
naked?
Yeah.
Do you know, like, do you, like,
And you just...
you will tell me first, and then I'll say it is okay. You just don't make up your mind and then do a video call to me when, I mean, I think it's so rude.
Yeah, I agree.
Guys, what do you think?
Oh yeah, for sure. I say this all the time. You even have people have stepped you up a notch, and on Instagram,
Yes, Instagram
they'll just video call you.
yeah.
I'm like, so you just come on and you see Miss Video Call. From who? When were we acquainted? So for the WhatsApp one, I also find it silly.
It's mostly people that have your number.
And I think WhatsApp, I really think
way.
the idea of WhatsApp chats is even annoying because anyone can just randomly send you a message.
So that's
Let's
even
chat.
annoying on its own because, you know, at first, you know, I took myself away from WhatsApp. Like, when I first got on WhatsApp and I saw that, like, the whole world, people that have not, like, so
BlackBerry
I ran away.
back.
The reason I don't even have it on my main number because I do not just want some disturbances. And people don't just get to understand it. Even at the place of work when I cannot leave because I'm like, okay, if I spend like 6 days at work, and I'm not saying that you cannot do it at the place of work, but then you have to like understand my own part of the story. 6 days at work and then you have a day off and somebody from, I don't want to see anyone, I don't want to hear anyone, I don't want to see, enjoy myself.
You don't want to see contact number, TVC person. I will not message you on Saturday again.
So I don't know whether you understand that. So
Yeah.
now I think the one for the video is just so rude.
Yeah.
And you're just calling the person.
I think WhatsApp one is still bearable compared to the Instagram one. That one is just disaster. You know, WhatsApp one is people that have your phone number in a way.
Yeah, that's it. That's
But
a notch
Instagram is everybody. So you can actually just call Don Jazzy, video call him. Just make it happen.
And
Like who even?
Or call Drake.
Why did they have features like that?
I don't
Like,
get
really?
it.
It's
Anyway, let's help
technology,
you
technology,
people at home.
technology.
So if you have someone's number, if you have someone's Instagram handle, if you need to send them, if you have someone's WhatsApp, so number really, and you need to send them a message or you need to call them rather,
Let them know first.
send them a message. Hi, is it okay if I call you? And then if it's an official thing, just call them on actual number. It doesn't have to be video. Video is so personal.
I should tell Kim that now, Kim Kardashian.
If you have her number.
No,
Do you have
Instagram.
her number? No, Instagram, don't do that. But if you have her WhatsApp
I want
number.
to see her video. I want to call her
No, she's
video
not gonna.
call.
You guys are not.
And
How to
please
say a
stop
video-
calling people that you're not familiar with, you know, in the night, after
on awkward time.
business time, you know, awkward time, early in the morning. Like, what is it?
Yeah.
Don't you have courtesy? Don't you have some...
And maybe I want to see. Maybe I want to see you that
Actually,
time.
you just
of the
reminded
night.
me of a rant I need to do next time.
Oh, wow.
Maybe I
Thank
want
you
to see
very
you that time of the night.
Okay, I'm going
All
over
right,
to my
moving
corner.
on.
Yeah.
It's time for a quick recap of the entertainment news.
Oh my
God, I'm
goodness.
tired of everybody on social media. And of course, talking about our entertainment news, we talked about Sky B's story, and of course, he has said he's now dead.
Yes, and we also talked about Davido's unborn son who has bagged an endorsement deal.
And we talked about Wizkid too. He said, I left E.M.E with 0 naira.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us know you're watching the show by calling us on the numbers on your screen, and of course, tweeting to us at TVC Connect with the hashtag eSplash on TVC. We're on Instagram too with the same handle. So guys, keep it locked right here, because when we come back, we have a guest joining us right here on the show.
If traffic allows.
Thank you indeed for staying here with us. Yes, we told you that we'll be joined on the couch. And, with our guest. And our guest is right here in the studio. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes, is hilarious, top-notch, funny man, comedian, compare. We're talking about the one and only Tosin Kupolui, aka Comedian Extreme.
Okay. Before we go for that, you were listening to Beyonce's song, and you said you had this experience.
Oh my Jesus, I shouldn't have said anything. I just knew that was a setup. I know, I mean, how would you tell someone that you have another him in a minute? In a minute.
So you had someone...
Just in a minute.
So you had someone...
No, I didn't have that experience, but nearby experience.
What
That was
happened?
not in a minute, it was like in like 1
2
week.
days. That's even fast.
Did she tell you or you just saw that she had another...
No, we
you?
broke up now. So
Okay.
we broke up.
Yeah, so it's
She
okay
broke
now?
up and then, you know, it's okay.
Don't
But
mind.
it paid me, Sha, when I
don't
just...
mind extra. Don't
If they
mind
can't do me like movie, so I enter supermarkets, I can't see my...
Extreme, are you using us? Are you
I
telling
know
us
they
the
talk
real
story.
thing? Are
I
you
talk
using
true
us
life
for-
story. Me, I know they
Are
say.
you using us as material? Tell us the truth.
I don't trust him. I know him very
Well,
well.
Extreme, yeah.
Material like you. Control on our baby list.
Is it true? Did this really happen to
It
you?
happened now. I just lost
So
my
many
girlfriend.
times I don't believe him.
I know. He's a mess, but you're welcome.
Thank
You're
you very
welcome.
much,
So, for the
sir.
sake of those who are always wondering, because on social media, I know your handle is Comedian Extreme.
That comedian extreme.
Yes,
With the
but
X.
then we've heard Extreme the comedian, and we know you are Tosin Sha.
Yeah,
But yeah, I know.
You said Tosin, actually.
Yes.
I was shocked. I said, who is Tosin?
Well, you had my name in.
talking about?
But yeah, so is it Extreme the comedian or comedian Extreme?
It's Extreme, oh. Now people just, and some people have asked me before, some people see me and say, oh, Extreme comedian, that's your handle. Are you a comedian? I said, no, that's my son name.
Like,
Extreme Olua comedian, because I don't understand, like, what who asked me? Somebody actually asked me that.
So Extreme
So
will
it's
be...
comedian Extreme.
Yeah.
As there was no handle. I'm not the kind of person that likes to put comedian behind my boy. I think that was the only handle available at that time. You know, but that's what we do, man. I'm going to talk too much on Sunday,
Oh,
so I'm
wow.
rehearsing my speech.
Okay.
You understand? I'm just talking anyhow.
So can we ask you questions?
Why not?
Comedian
Your time
Extreme.
starts now.
So we know that you've always had Extreme Life.
Yeah.
And this is the 3rd edition you're about to have.
Okay.
But this time around, I see Owambe there. So I'm wondering, why Owambe?
are we
Okay,
coming
so-
in Oleku or?
Are we like...
yes, if you, I'm not making it strict.
Dress code, yeah.
Like it's on the flyer. You could come in your native attire, you know, traditionally dressed and all that. But it's me staying in more in my element because I'm known for a lot of parties, wedding MCs. I just carved that niche for myself, and you hardly find me in a lot of comedy shows. I just do my own show, and then every other week I'm at one wedding or party or birthday or the other. You know, to the glory of God, even though some are story, but we do it. But I mean, it is fish, I would thank God. It's been 14 years this year.
For someone who does, like you said, because I mean, I know I've seen you do a number of weddings, so I know wedding is a big thing for you. I'm curious, is it by force that comedians in Nigeria or comedians in the world must have that stand-up thing, must have that stage thing, especially with you who you've already found your niche to be weddings?
No, it's not compulsory. I mean, you could just be an MC with a sense of humor, which is what I do mostly. You understand? Like, it's not by force, by fire. If you're good, not everybody who's good on stage can do what I do with my skits.
Yeah.
You understand? Not everybody can be as creative, because I do my skits. I even edit it myself. You know, so not everybody can be as creative as that. God blessed every man in different way. When you in different ways, where you find your own niche or you find something that works for you and you're good at it, stay in that element and then, you know, own it. You know, don't struggle, don't find yourself struggling. So that's what I do. I do a lot of comedy when I'm emceeing, even though I was doing stand-up comedy, but I just found myself doing this more often, like being a host with a sense of humor, very spontaneous. And not every comedian is spontaneous.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You need to be very spontaneous to handle events and all that, and then for them to still find you funny. Not every comedian can host corporate gigs, and I find that easy for me. I can be very funny, I can be corporate,
so
I can be, you know, so I just...
You know, because I've seen so many people even ask this question before, and that is, why is it that comedians are compared? Because, you know, in the formal space, sometimes they just want the formal thing. Sometimes they don't want people
come and crack one silly joke.
And all. Some people don't like it, you know, and some people you find out that is what. So what is your take on this? Must every comedian be an MC?
No, not every comedian should be an MC. And then, I mean, stand-up comedy, you can be a comedian and not be a stand-up comedian. You can do, if you're sick, Baba Suwe is a comedian.
Yes.
You know, Sophia is a comedian, Mr. Ebu is a comedian. You won't find them doing stand-up, but they are comedians. As long as you make people laugh, you're dishing out laughter, you're serving it, then you're a comedian. You make people laugh, you put a smile on their face. But then stand-up comedy is one category. In the big sphere is just one category, just one small niche, and it's just that everybody in Nigeria just say, oh, stand-up comedy, until you say you get one man, you know. But you can be something. It's true. It doesn't have to get one man. You can sit down and act you get one man, and you still pass your, which is what is. I mean,
he's still a man, and he gets
he's still a man. He was wakaring, and he was going. You know, you don't necessarily
Ain't worry.
Wakaring. You know, so. You know, there are a lot of people who are comedic actors, you know, and they are doing fantastic. They are doing well, and I'm happy that with the advent of Instagram now, a lot of people that you can be in space, in your own house, in your own space, in your own car, you know, and be doing your thing. Like a few people who are on my show, and then they are also gifted on the stage. They'll be on the stage as well. You have the likes of Lasisi, who just came out from, you know, the likes of Fowles, who was a comedian, who is also an artist, you understand, but he's a very funny person. He doesn't stand up to do...
comedian too.
No, I didn't have that. Fowles now, versatile person also. You know, he just came into my head as I'm just speaking. I told you I'm spontaneous, so I just rap like that. You know, I might just drop some bars.
Before I ask you my question, we'll go check out some of Extreme comedian work, and of course we'll come back because it's still here, right here with us. So don't go nowhere.
You're a mess.
I fear no fear cry.
I knew the Burna Boy one was going to be that. I just knew it.
You'd have just added.
And that was a long
You'd
time
have just
ago.
added Wizkid. though,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Wizkid, that was
You see,
Pay us for this.
we should start writing material for you. We should.
No, I mean, think about it. Sometimes it doesn't have to be too long. If it's long, it drags.
Yeah.
You know, so just eat it.
Okay,
hit the nail on the head.
talking about dragging jokes. Have you ever cracked? Have you ever cracked a
Nah,
joke
that's
before?
spontaneous.
I love
Have
it.
you ever cracked a joke before that the audience was just crickets?
Yes, it happens to every comedian. Every comedian, rather, before I back down. Every comedian. I took the step of faith backwards and I corrected my background. You understand? I had to because he shocked me. Said, Jesus, now you talk.
around you. And me.
You don't say that. They just say you don't say that.
You don't say that.
So,
okay, so
the joke.
talking about drag, I think every comedian, every stand-up comedian always have a backup. We call it backup joke.
Yeah.
Like when it bounces, the joke might be funny. You might have told it to another crowd and they found it funny. Yeah, it happen like that.
I understand.
You know, sometimes when you stammer, when you're about to drop a punchline, it can affect the joke.
It will affect the joke.
yes.
I've
When you
seen
want
it
to
do.
say something, you know,
you're not
you
doing right
understand,
well,
you
yeah.
won't deliver. So it affects you and it can make you lose balance if you're not experienced. It happens like that. You just stutter. You just say the wrong line before and then you've lost.
It's like with battle rap.
so it
No, but
happens.
OJ, I know you're looking surprised, but it's like with battle rap. You're and
Miss
in
your
outro,
phone.
nah, bye. That's it.
And even if it is not rap, even in the day-to-day
Yes.
communication,
Yeah.
even as you are presenting like this, and you
Yes,
have already
ma'am.
planned your
Exactly.
intro.
Yes. And then
I
you
know
just
what
do
I'm
that. And
doing.
you just get. So it happens. It happens. So that's why you always have. It's good to have like a backup joke or be spontaneous. Sometimes when it happens like that, you just take on the crowd.
So when it happened to you, what did you do?
I think a backup joke. I just be like, now wow. There was one day that I said yeah, and that was now the joke. There was one time like that, I remember. I said and this joke funny. I said it was like this joke funny normally, and that was now the joke.
Yeah,
like
they
people that
laugh
laughed.
at
I said well, don't try them somewhere else. And it's funny. They laugh. You know, because I was just open and sometimes you find comedians say but the two are supposed to talk now. I don't forget to. But I beg, I don't see I'm not saying anybody, just take out your phone and check
And people will
on
laugh at
stage,
that
and then
too.
people will laugh at that. So it takes confidence to do that, though. There are few comedians who do
Is there something in the rule book about doing comedy in pidgin?
No, there's no rule book. Is there a rule book?
Why do so many of our comedians? Is it for a wider reach? I know Laugh Up does English, which I think is cool. I mean, it's nice to see people not do what everyone is doing sometimes.
SLK does English too.
Yeah, SLK does English, but because if you're pidgin, no jail.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
bother.
if it doesn't
But
jail.
why is it that it's such a frequent thing?
Yeah, because Worry seems to have owned the comedy space in a way. Like almost every comedian or major comedian has that Worry experience. So and then.
Even when they've
pidgin
never
is
been to
also
Worry.
easy. It's also easy to, communication is important. It's a dialogue.
Yeah.
It's not a monologue. You are not talking to yourself. You're talking to people and you're expecting feedback. So when you do pidgin, you expect that everybody will understand you. You don't have to explain.
Yeah.
Someone who is not learned, who doesn't understand sophisticated grammar or English, will understand you when you talk and for
I really
pidgin.
understand.
that
And
makes
sometimes it is sweet for pidgin as you talk.
Because I was even going to say something
That makes
like
sense.
that because
Yes, and
we're
Pidgin are going to
watching.
talk
I think
throughout
we're
to
watching
this.
something together. We're watching something together.
It's okay. It's okay. I take it.
So it's my friend. No worry.
I take it.
Oh, guys, just focus. What were you watching? We're watching something together. You know how people say, "I beg." You know, a particular person that is always saying, "I beg," and she has another slang. But these days, when you now see other people doing their joke, they cannot be in their own lane. All of them, they are saying that thing that she's always saying. She has another one that you said. So people are not
Blah, blah. Is it blah, blah?
So now you're just like, oh, blah, blah. Can't you just do your own thing?
I say,
Why
come
must
up with your
everybody
own thing, like, and it's always good to come up with your own thing, like, have that my phrase that I usually say, or what would I call it now? Should I say it's a payoff, like, bros the bros, I fear or no fear. You understand? So it just came, bros the bros was when I was doing one skit. So I just randomly bros the bros. So and that stuck. I just started saying it. I fear or no fear you. How did I call? I think it was me and one of my ex. Oh, boy, Jesus. Man,
Exes every
we used to just say that.
have you had in this life?
Me? Not much.
No, the cruise of that thing you just said is that.
No,
the
I'm
cruise
just
of what
joking.
you
That's
just said.
exaggeration.
Then you realize it's about again.
Who?
You but the cruise of this is that he taboned again.
I taboned again.
Yes, and then he now corrected it.
It's okay to tabon as long as you correct yourself.
But that's what exactly, and I like that, and I think
as long as you know it, everybody does it.
Exactly.
If it is that tabon, everybody does it.
And I like that you
People
said that.
really
It makes
do
you
the tabon.
powerful as an MC
Exactly.
when you take it back.
get
So
it.
it's great.
And it's also good. It's also hey, you just every free of background.
Oh
Oh,
my
get up.
God. So now it's not very
it's also it's actually good when you're a comedian and you're a good compare, so you can get away with a lot of things. Like when you make blunders, you can just
I get.
what did I just say? But even on stage, I'll say, oh boy, man, that English one had me. I just not like you don't know the right thing, but when you have a slip of tongue, like a slippers of tongue, like I always say, you understand, you correct yourself.
But this English is not always very difficult. Sorry, it's not always very difficult when people who do jokes in English, because, as you said, that a lot of people can relate to pidgin. So SLK, for instance, who is our friend, was at an event, and then he was asking something like, oh, when people are gay, like, when you are gay, and he was saying that when you're happy. And so he just saw me in the crowd and said, you will know it's because you're a broadcaster. And I'm like, oh, okay, I saved you. What if other people did not know?
And then they can get you when they call those kind of jokes takeaway jokes. Understand? For smart people will get it on the spot, but those who are not too smart, they feel they drive. Oh, because people boy and son here. You get it.
In one word, what should we expect on Sunday?
Yes.
Sunday.
In one word.
Live. In one word. Happiness.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap. So, show is one you should check out for on Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, Daily Top 5 is up next. Stay tuned. Thank you very much once again.
Thanks for coming through. Extreme.
On my bed, I think
Yes, Rihanna.
Take a bow. Oh my goodness, that was a jam.
It was a jam.
Breakup song.
So, oh, wow. How do I now say this? I was on the plane and I got bored of everything.
Dubai.
You can never live it down. Just know. Just like OJ, we can never forget about his tears. It can never be forgotten.
So Lisa.
Wow. So bow. So now I got tired, so I was listening to music, and then I saw like the list and everything. I said, so take it bow. I'm like, woo, that year, even man down, like it's old though.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not for me, a personal experience.
All right, guys. Moving swiftly along, away from that, it's time for Daily Top 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go. Hey. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this one. All right, guys, growing up in Nigeria is an experience many would certainly agree was epic. Some even say children of nowadays will never be able to relate with those experiences. Well, we can never get those years back, but we can certainly reflect on the good times. So let's talk about 5 Nigerian childhood experiences. Number 1, when your lesson teacher calls to cancel. You people, in all my years on earth, which maybe isn't long, but I still haven't met someone who enjoyed having a lesson teacher growing up. So I think I speak for many people when I say there was no greater feeling than your lesson teacher calling to cancel. It was always such a sigh of relief. Like, it was just great. The last thing I want to be doing after school, or wanted to be doing after school, was sitting through another session of torture. Honestly, parents, why did you do this to us?
Why?
Mr. Lao, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, but nice one.
Yes, I was always excited, and I think the person who was more excited than I was that time was my brother. So my brother one day just cooked up one story and could not just find his notes. He hid the notes and he was saying, I wish he was watching, oh my God, like he did it, and we're all thrown into, like, what did you, like, he did not just do the assignments.
Can you imagine?
I don't know how to face the teacher.
Mine is worse because after school, you go for lesson.
Yeah.
After lesson, teacher is waiting for you at home.
Yes, that kind of thing.
That you must know book by force.
What I also liked, my siblings and I would go to the gate. So there was a window where you could see the gate. So we'll just say, oh my gosh, we just knew. So we'll see Mr. I can't remember his name now. We just say, oh, it's over. We'll now go and hide. As if you will not still come out to do the lesson, but just to waste his time and just...
Frustrated because they have 1 hour or 30 minutes.
Yes.
So let's frustrate. This is at the time we short. I would say, I have to go.
Was now very terrible because that one you don't even have a choice.
Yeah.
At home you can still say, but the house you have to like, and the semester, I said semester, the
Term.
will be so long like that and everything, and then at the end of, oh my God.
Number 2 on our list, ladies and gentlemen, the glucose after inter-house sports activities. Yes, many people got into sports because of the promise of glucose once you get to the finish line. They claimed it was an energy booster, Scam! I think many of us just love that melt in your mouth feeling. Who even was the perfect entire sports snack? That person deserves an award for making that idea so popular. So everybody, like me, because we love that feeling. So we'll run, though we'll carry last, but they'll say, take for energy.
You run, you carry last, you come back panting. I'm dying.
Or they'll give you as ginger before you go. Ginger, oh, ginger.
Who created that thing?
I don't know who made the rule. I don't know who made it a thing.
All right, let's get to the next one. Report card benefits.
Yeah.
Our parents have such a great way of motivating us to come first in class. The promise of extra mates clothes, your favorite meal money. It's, you know, give us that extra ginger to do well. Coming first also meant you got to finally be used as a point of positive reference for other children in the compound or street. You finally had the proverbial 2 heads that you only always heard about. So, does Debola have?
They tormented me
Does she have 2 heads?
with this one. Like, look at you. Is it not him that got first? Look at you. No.
And then I imagine you had it with your childhood friends as well.
Too that were always carrying first too. Like, why are you making us look very bad in school, look bad in the house? You will leave school, your teacher will abuse you there, then you now come home.
You come home.
Look at. And you're playing with him, you don't know anything. You know what, if you carry first, I will buy you something. Scam.
For me in primary school, we used to, so my uncle used to take me to, bring me back from school. And obviously they don't give you the report card, they give it to your guardian or your parents. So they would give it to him, and then there was this time he had it with him. I was like, oh, I have your results. Okay, open it. Oh. He had already checked it. I'm like, don't touch on me. And he opened it, and I think I came second or so. And yo, it wasn't first, but I was so pleased. And my mom was like, nice one, now, let's get first. I'm like, can we just celebrate my second first?
But the thing is, the one I don't like is comparing children. So
Yeah.
The one I just said, I just mentioned my childhood friend, Debola. So my mom was like, does Debola have 2 heads? So why do parents always do that? I mean, I think they
ginger, extra ginger.
They think it will motivate you,
yeah. Well, some people can just have complex from there, like,
Yes.
oh, and then they just,
true that.
so you have to really understand and be able to balance it when you say stuff like that. True.
And that's why they will
Very
now
well
bribe you that
said.
if you carry first, I will buy you clothes.
Yes, so that's what my parents used to do. I'll buy you this or that,
And
yeah.
I don't, even when I carried 10th, my father still bought something.
Oh, be like parents, be like Honeypot's dad of blessed memory. All right, guys, moving on to our number 4 childhood experience that we just love so much. Christmas cloth. Yes, Christmas is a big deal in Nigeria, and it's not even because we're highly religious or everyone is. I think it was more about the excitement that came with the season. For children, wearing Christmas cloth was certainly a major highlight, and the displeasure that came with not having Christmas cloths while other children had theirs was second to none. In fact, in the wise words of Albert Einstein, there was no sweet Christmas without Christmas cloth. Okay, Albert Einstein didn't really say that, guys.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's a lie.
But yeah, it just added to the whole hype of everything. Things like Christmas rice, Christmas cloth, like there were just those things that came with the season that made, so for Muslims, I imagine, you know, what comes with salah, meat and all those things, yeah.
So it's like incentives, and
Yes.
it makes you happy, even as an adult, even at your place of work, when you get bonus,
Yeah.
or they give you an award, or they acknowledge what you're doing. You know how
Christmas
you feel.
time,
So I
I'll buy
think
you
for
the
every
issue.
human being, and parents, if you're not doing it, I think, or if you stopped doing it, or you think that it went out of fashion, I think you should go back to doing it.
Yes, buy them oversized clothes so that they can use it for that year.
What? Please buy them pretty
Because that's the starter pack.
Like, we passed that.
So that they can use it.
That was then.
So that they can use it for that year. And I like this kind of situation because Christmas clothes, they will change everything.
Yeah.
Like what they do, what we do in our house is from head to toe, down to your underwears, everything that day.
Khashoggi.
Has to be fresh. Don't spend Christmas
Never
on
be caught on
fresh.
fresh.
Never be caught on fresh. I love it.
I
Oh
love,
my
love,
goodness.
love.
But it's so nice, and I think that has kind of gone on in our heads to become a thing. Even now, as an adult, like Onipa was saying earlier, is, you know, Christmas is exciting for you. Maybe not clothes this time, maybe rice. Maybe, guy, I'm coming to your yard, though, chopping rice. So there are things like that that we carried on through generations.
Let me remember that dish.
Talking about rice. Yes, wrapping up our daily top 5. Number 5 is Sunday rice. Yes, growing up, Sundays in Nigerian home was a predictable experience. It was church first for the Christians and right after, time for rice. If you were not going to an eatery to have lunch as a family, then you could trust that mom will probably be throwing it down the kitchen with some jollof or fried rice. This was another one of those unspoken rules that seem to have even carried on through generations.
And for people,
yes,
people from like Etiquette, it is E.M.E for them, like every Sunday. I wonder how they actually pull that.
Yeah.
Like, what? Pull it off every Sunday. E.M.E is not an easy something to, like the pounded one.
Yes, it's not exactly, it's not poundo.
And you know, talking about rice, especially Christmas rice. So there was a day like that I was working, and you know, the phone fair and all that. So I went to one stand, and I just wanted to have Christmas rice because I was working. That rice was terrible. It's okay.
Christmas rice gone wrong. Oh, I love this Daily Top 5. Anyway, that's it on Daily Top 5.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on our Daily Top 5. We'll go on a quick break now, and when we come back, there'll be more right here on the show. Don't go nowhere.
They're green, pom pom pom. I love the vibe today. We threw it back to the early 2000s, and you know, we had They're green, we had Davido, Ekuro, we had
Wizkid,
familiarity.
E.M.E, Sound So Tan.
2010. Yeah. So
I love.
it's been such a vibe and been so here for it. Thank you guys for watching as always. Thursdays are so many people's favorites, and you know, love all the other days. Don't just love Thursday. No. Thank you. But yeah, guys, it is time for us to peace out. So finally, don't forget that tomorrow is Friday. Yes, the end of the week has come. Don't forget to send in yourself a request if you still haven't, for a chance to maybe get it played tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, my name is Foladile, and we will be back tomorrow, God willing.
You know.